Greetings, peers and queers. Welcome back to another episode of Monday through Friday. My name is JC, and whatever you do, don't look in the window. Don't look in the window. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about vocal feminization, how to do the voice, how to sound more feminine. Number one, off the bat, with all things, some people are going to achieve this a lot quicker. Other people, it's going to take a little while. This is something that you have to practice. This is a skill or a trick that you have to learn, and you have to stick with it in order to be able to do it naturally. So you are going to go through a period where, I'm just not getting it. Why isn't this easy? No matter how hard I try, it's just not working. I recommend practicing in your car on the way to work, practicing in your house if you're alone, practicing singing different songs while you're in the shower. Those are all ways that I practiced in order to get this voice. Now, there is another YouTube channel hosted by a YouTube creator by the name of Seay. I will link their channel down in the description below. The channel's name is TransVoiceLessons. She does an amazing job at breaking down the nuts and bolts of what actually is going on. Opening and closing passageways in your throat, constricting vocal cords, reaching pitch and tonality and weight in your voice. Seay does an amazing job talking about it there. I turned to her when I was first learning to do the voice, and she does an amazing job, but it was a little bit too heady for me. It was a little bit too logical facts, A thus B thus C. A little bit too refined for me. So what I did instead is I'm like, hey, I'm going to treat the voice. And here's my secret. This is how I do it. I'm going to treat the voice like a character. Here's why. It takes the pressure off of you. If you start like stumbling, or you can't quite get as high as you want, or sounding as smoothly as you want, it's not your fault, it's the character. The first reason why we're treating it like a character, if you don't do well, it's kind of the character didn't do well. Their performance on stage didn't really do well. That's okay, we're going to come back, we're going to try it again. The other reason is, that gives you permission to play around with it. If you start getting the voice down, but there's something that you just don't like about it, and you're a little bit too nasally, or everything sounds kind of stuffy, you can keep trying and playing with it and tweaking the dials a little bit until you get it to where you want it to go. If you're like, no, this is my voice, this is the voice I want, this is the voice I'm going to have, you got to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. That's why playing a character helps out. If you're playing a character, then, okay, well, maybe this character does it a little bit different. And you keep it in the abstract. You keep it in the abstract part of your mind and stuff like that. This person is trying. This person will change different things about the way that they sound or act until they get it down. This other entity is doing it. I'm going to allow them to fail. I'm going to allow them to succeed. I'm going to allow them to have fun and play around with it. And you just kind of like work with your friend, and you get them, like you encourage them, yeah, you're doing a great job. You would be far meaner to yourself than you would be to a friend. To yourself, you'd be like, I can't get this. This is stupid. To a friend, you'd be like, you're doing a great job. I like what you did there. Let's try this. Do it that way. That's the first tip. Do it that way. Create the character. Number 2, write down a list of 3 to 5 celebrities, female celebrities that you know that you wish you had their voice. Seriously, you think I'm lying, but it helps. Make a list of 3 to 5 different individuals that you wish, wow, I sounded like her. Doesn't matter who it is. If they're singers, try to go more with their like spoken voice. For now, we'll come back to singers. But different people like actresses, politicians, comedians. There are a lot of female comedians out there, and try to keep them in mind too, because like honestly, that's bread and butter for you. And that worked for me like amazingly. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a list of 3 to 5 different individuals that you would like to emulate, you would like to sound like. Reason being is you're going to go ahead and you're going to find videos of those individuals on the internet where they're speaking or conducting an interview, and you're going to copy back what they say. Once you have a video for each of these individuals, go ahead and play it, and then pause it and repeat what they just said. And then go back, play it again, pause it, repeat what they said. Try to match their pitch, their tone, what they sound like. You're basically trying to do an impression of them, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're perfect or not, as long as you're close to sounding like who it is that you want to sound like. That's what you're going for. You're not going for an exact carbon copy. You're going for close. I just played them over and over and over again, and I would try to copy them. People like Janine Garofalo, Sarah Silverman, Lucy Lawless. I tried finding women who already kind of had like a voice that was similar to mine or what I wanted. That's a good first step. Find some examples of women your age or who have a voice that you would like to emulate. Find some examples of a voice that you would like to emulate, and then just practice that over and over and over again. That's tip number 2, okay? You're going to find videos of these people speaking. You're going to just copy and try to imitate them. And you're going to do that for as much free time as you're able. Tip number 3 is you're going to find a few songs by artists that you like, female artists that you like, and you're just going to put those on all your playlists. You're going to play them, and when you're in the shower, you're going to try to sing like them. Singing and speaking are 2 different things. They require 2 different parts of our brain, and they require different muscles in our vocal cords. Singing and speaking are 2 different things. But the idea is you're getting the same thought process down. You're allowing yourself to experiment and play. You want to make this more like play than you want this to be like an assignment. You want this to be fun. What you're doing is you're finding your voice. How exciting and incredible is that? So you're going to find somebody, a female artist that you like. You're going to play some of her songs, possibly play it on the phone while you're in the bathroom. You're going to sing along. It doesn't seem like there's a lot more to it than that, but over time, it's going to help. Over time, you're going to sound more and more confident speaking in that way. It really does help having like a phrase that you can use as like a default phrase. Like the rains in Spain stay mainly over the plains, or gotta catch 'em all Pokemon. Having a phrase like that you can go to, like, just so whenever you feel like you're falling out of the voice, you can bring yourself back. Like, I'll be talking, I'll be tired, I'll get frustrated, and then all of a sudden I start losing it a little bit, and it goes like this, and it's like, oh, I gotta catch them all. And then, like, I make sure that from there I sound like I want to sound. That was an early on type thing. You find a phrase like, hi there. One of my big ones is actually, hi there. Because, like, when I was first starting to do the voice, I went real campy with it, and I went all like, you know, hi there, my name's JC. Thank you for watching another video. I still do that sometimes, mainly to creep people out. Like, if they tell me, your customer service, you need to smile more, I'll be like, welcome to the store. How can I help you? I'm not being mean. It really scares people. This is an important one. It's when you do the voice. At first, you're going to want to hide it from everybody. If you're not out yet, if people don't know that you're trans, you're going to want to hide it from everybody. No, I don't want anybody to know that I can do this or I'm working on this. Or you might want to hide it because you're not ready yet, because it's not finished. It's a not finished project. What you got to do on that one is you just got to bust it out. And you just got to try using it on people. One of the easiest ways that you can do this when it comes to using it with other people is if you're going to the store. All right? You're not saying it to the cashier because that is creepy. Don't do that. Those people are paid to work. They're just trying to get through the day. What you do instead is while you're walking around the clothing racks, while you're going to go pick out produce, you're going to talk to yourself. You're going to have a conversation with yourself. You're going to talk to yourself. Why are you doing it out in public? Because the world's full of people who talk to themselves. And that's a good place to judge people like whip their heads around and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then something's up. But if people just pass you like nothing, maybe you're on to something. Maybe something that you changed about the way that you were speaking is working for you. Use them as a sounding board at first. Again, don't do it to the clerks or the employees. Just talk to yourself when you're around other customers. It's their problem, not yours. You are going to want to use the voice or practice the voice as much as possible. Again, while you're driving to work, okay? If you're home alone, if you're in the shower, try talking like it. A telemarketer calls or a phone call from somebody that you don't know who they are or what it's about, answer like your voice. You know what I mean? Be like, hello? No, you don't say. My car's extended warranty. Well, that's preposterous. You know what? Use the telemarketers to your advantage. In my opinion, they're bad people, so go ahead and fight with them. Going on from there, if you actually are out as trans and you have friends or community or coworkers around you who like realize you're trans, let them know, hey, I'm going to be working on my voice for a little bit. It might sound a little bit weird, but bear with me, I'm learning. Just let them know out the bat and stuff like, hey, if I sound a little bit weird, it's because I'm practicing my voice. That might be able to fly some places. It might not be able to fly other places. Use your judgment on that one. Don't do anything that's going to put you in a place where you might be physically harmed, and don't do anything that's going to put you in a place where you will like lose your job or lose friends over. You know what I mean? Like practice solo until you're out and about and you're around new people. So now let's talk time frame. You're going to want to do this voice. You're going to want to practice this voice until you get it. You know? Until it's like, okay, I got this. And then once you find like, this is the voice I want to use, you're going to have to stay in character for a little bit. Okay? Once your character finds the voice that they want to use, you're absolutely going to have to try to speak like that, or as close to that as you can, for about 3 months. 3 months of not breaking character. And the downside of it is that the first like month and a half, it is work. You have to consciously remember, this is what I sound like, this is what I'm speaking like. You have to put effort into it. But after that first like month and a half, it starts becoming natural to you. And you want to keep doing that the full 3 months. It's kind of like antibiotics. You know, you take them because you're sick, and then when you start feeling better, you continue to take the full dosage. You don't just say, oh, I feel better now, pull them away, because then whatever's inside of you gets stronger and gets resistant. So what you're going to want to do is once you discover the voice and how you want to speak, you're going to want to stay in character and continue to use that voice for no less than 3 months. After that 3 months is up, it should be as natural as you wake up in the morning, and boom, there's the voice. You ask yourself, what am I going to have for breakfast? Holy crap, I talk like it. That just comes with repetition. 3 months is the golden rule on that one. Again, just to recap, tricks that I've used are find 3 or 5 different people that you want to sound like, and just like take audio clippings from them, songs that they've done, interviews that they've done, and just repeat the stuff back. Parrot it back and try to imitate it. Treat it like a character, so you are encouraging yourself to, come on, you got this. Oh, that was so close, let's do it again. That's another good way of doing it, because then you're not discouraging yourself. Beyond that, places to do it: when you're commuting, when you're in the shower, talking to yourself in public, when you're not bothering employees. Who cares about the customers when you're not bothering employees? They're working. The other people, not so much. Just be like, oh, should I get broccoli? Did I remember the milk? Oh, I left my cat in the toaster. Something like that. You know, people walk around, especially if you have like a AirPod things that goes in your ear, you could just pretend to be having a conversation. Listen, Daniel. No. Shut up, Daniel. I told you already. I don't want to go to Niagara Falls with you, okay? That's a good way of doing it. Also, have a baseline phrase that you use. A mantra of yours, something that you say quite frequently, like, hi there, or Pokemon, gotta catch them all. You know, something that you're going to repeat. And then you can adjust there. Now let's talk about a few hiccups that you might have. A few hurdles that I noticed when I was trying to get my voice together. All right, so the first hurdle that I realized early on was your emotions, or how you're feeling. Your voice and your ability to maintain the voice or be in control of it is directly related to things like how angry or upset you are, how frustrated you are with something, how many times have you had to repeat yourself. Okay, that's another big one. And the fourth and biggest of all is how much sleep have you had. I notice that when I get tired, when I get really tired, I start losing the voice a little bit, even today. And I'm having to tell myself to come back to it. Like, if I've been up and I only had like 3 hours of sleep, it starts going away. But then I gotta remind myself that even though like I'm around people who understand, I'm not gonna let this go. I've worked too hard for it. I will, every once in a while, do a funny voice like Adam Sandler or something like that. Whoobity doobity. If I do that for too long, I start really getting really dysphoric. It is absolutely an amazing trick that us trans girls have, where we could be all sweet and bubbly one minute, and then the next minute be like, I will rip your off. We're not going to do that. Don't do that. It's funny, but I don't think everyone sees it as funny. In fact, some people might see it as like, hey, you're really making things worse for us. Or more importantly, hey, that's a little dysphoric. You doing that makes me feel bad. So just be aware of that one. You're ladies now, okay? You're a little bit ladylike. You need to be calm and demure. Not necessarily. You could be Xena, Princess Warrior, and still get out there and kick. One of the best things to do with the female voice is swear. Like, listen here, you Craig. Okay, you want to act like that, little shrivel, huh? We gonna do this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like wiping your with silk. Swearing in the feminine voice is absolutely something worth fighting for. So try to like keep it going. Even though you want to go rough and gruff sometimes, taking the high road is fun. Be like, who are you calling a cootie queen? You lit liquor. That's a lot funnier than, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind. But the big hurdle is lack of sleep if you're aggravated or upset. I found that whenever I have an extreme lack of sleep, I'm tired, or I'm getting frustrated at work, or just too much is going on around me. Sometimes I get like too much noise is too much noise. Or if like something's playing on the radio and somebody's trying to talk to me and I also have to concentrate on parking at the same time, it's like, hey, all of you need to shut up right now, okay? I need to concentrate. Only it comes out a little bit gruffer than that. I get like sensory overload sometimes. But like, you are going to have to, the first like 3 months and maybe a little bit longer, concentrate on maintaining the voice. you will get to, if you continue to practice and stay with it, you will get to a point where like you just wake up and you sound like this. There are days where I like look in the mirror and I'm like, oh God, I can still kind of see certain aspects of me that are a little bit mannish. And then like I freak out because like I didn't talk to anybody today. Am I going to sound different? Am I going to sound weird? Am I going to give myself away when I go out? And then the second I open my mouth, it sounds like this. Just default mode because I've been doing it for so long. So here are a few things that might work in your favor. If you have a job where you speak on the phone, do the voice. If you work in like a call center or something like that, somewhere where you have to answer the phone, hotels, whatnot, that is awesome. Keep up the voice and judge on the other side of the line if people are calling you ma'am or sir. When you start getting those, oh, thank you, miss, thank you, ma'am, it is an amazing feeling to be like, huh, I did it. I passed on the phone. I passed on the phone. It is an amazing feeling. I've done it myself and it is golden. Another one would be like if you do play role-playing games, if you do play games like Dungeons and Dragons, make a character, bring it to the table. My character talks like this. That is practice right there. You will thank yourself later for that one. If you do like online gaming and you have a headset and you talk to other people while you're playing, practice on them. Oh, you're getting beat by a girl. Ha ha ha. Practice on them. It works. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I had to say for this video. It really comes down to a few tips. Treat it like a character. Be kind to yourself. All right, encourage yourself. Treat it like a character. They're doing this. They're my friend. I like them. I'm going to help them. Write down 3 to 5 different individuals that you want to sound like. And just practice those voices. Try to imitate them. Sing in the shower. Sing in the car. Talk to yourself in public. Especially if you have one of those little like ear things, the handless phone things and stuff. It's like, hello? Yeah? No? No, I didn't buy any pizza this week. You know, something like that. Talk to yourself in public. Maintain the voice. Once you get comfortable enough with the voice, once you're like, okay, cool, that's it. That's what I want to sound like. Once you have that, even if you come close to it, like, I like that a lot. Start doing the voice. Do the voice. Keep the character going. Never come out of character. Never break character for 3 months. Because after that 3 months is over, you wake up in the morning, you get startled by the cat or something like that. Ha! This is your voice. Because you've been doing it all along. Some things to watch out for. Get plenty of sleep if you can. Be aware of where your mind's at and how you feel emotionally. Because that will have an effect on how well you're able to maintain the voice. If you get really frustrated, or you get really tired, or there's just too much going on and it's sensory overload, you may end up losing it, falling out of character. It's not a complete fail. It's just breathe, pick it up, put the hat back on, and continue the character. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been Seay. Like this video if it has helped you at all, and if it has, subscribe if you have not already subscribed. There is more fun content coming. I post new videos every Saturday. I love you all very much, and I will see you again next week. Bye.